how bad do you want it? Because a lot of times people be jokey about the things that they want. If your mind isn't right, your money will never be right. Hey y'all, welcome back to my channel. If you're new here, my name is Ree. Hi, nice to meet you. Definitely, if you want to click that button, join the family. We'd love to have you over here. Just want to clear that up. But today we're doing a requested video from you guys. So I love to, interact with you guys. Definitely on the IG, which is where you should follow me. But I did a stories asking if you guys wanted more information on how I was able to buy my first property at 25. And a lot of you guys were like, yes. So I'm definitely going to be doing more videos coming out, just giving you guys the behind the scenes of how I was able to make that happen. So if you enjoy these videos, if you enjoy conversations like these, definitely give it a thumbs up, because that helps me know that you guys are enjoying it, and I will create more videos like this. And this isn't really my normal quote unquote content, but obviously in the times that we are in, if I can offer a video that helps anybody out there to do what I did, or do what I did in an even better circumstance, or just learn something or accelerate something that they already have going on, I'm definitely gonna do it. So I am passing the baton to you guys, and I love creating series names. That's the thing that gives me joy, that sparks joy. So when I was thinking about it, I was like, okay, I'll come up with this new series on my channel, and we're gonna talk about, finances, property, real estate, all that good stuff. Like, what should I name it? And I instantly was like, I feel like we're talking about the real. So I was like, we should call this series Real with Ree. Let me know if you like it, or if you just feel like I'm a corny mess. Let me know as well. But I think Real with Ree, I think that's a really cool name for the series, because we'll cover everything from like finance to real estate to personal development, just everything really centered around that. And then I know, like, as millennials, these conversations aren't something that a lot of us are subject to. So I figured, why not we just, we might as well just dive in together. So I'm all about us doing things together on this channel. So here we are. So for my first video in this series, I feel like it would be inappropriate for me to just off the bat talk to you guys about financing and properties and real estate and stuff like that, because I feel like there's a lot of groundwork that people don't realize or don't know about before they get into something like that. So if you are a person who is thinking about or deliberating maybe buying your first home or your first property or your first investment, like, I feel like there are certain shifts, so to speak, in your mind and in your mental space that you need to make before you make those moves. I know a lot of times people are like, oh yeah, like, make them like it's nothing, everybody can make them, this and that. But I really feel as though if you're not in the right mindset, either you won't make it, or you'll just be wasting your time, so to speak. Or when you do make it, you have no idea what you do with it, type of thing. So in this first video, I really want to dive into and I have 4 of them, so I really want to dive into the 4 mental shifts or mindset shifts that you need to have before you acquire your first home or property. I came up with a cute little way to remember them. There are 4 P's. Real quick, I will get into those, but before, definitely give it a thumbs up if you enjoy this type of content. That lets me know. The first P is perspective. Perspective is really about your point of view on things, and I feel like this comes to play when you're like, is this something that from my perspective is attainable? And then sometimes perspective is playful, because sometimes it's not in your perspective, or sometimes you feel like it's not a part of your perspective, but then you need to make it a part of your perspective. You need to believe that that goal is attainable where you're at right now. That's what I mean by perspective. So currently, as it stands, in the situation that you're in, you need to believe that, hey, down the line, that will be my home, or down the line, I will get that property. And I feel like perspective really plays into focus. So you need to be focused, is what I'm saying. But because we're doing the 4 P's, it's perspective. So that is the first P. The next P kind of plays hand in hand with it. And the next P is perseverance, because especially when you're dealing with things around money, things take time. A lot of times people don't achieve the things that they want to do because it takes too much time, or it's too long, or it's too tedious. And I feel like perseverance is very, very essential if you're making any sort of financial move. Like, you need to be willing to wait, because especially when you're involved with real estate and stuff like that. For my example, there are a lot of moving pieces for real estate. Like, when I was acquiring my property, I had a mortgage loan officer, I had a lawyer, I had a real estate agent, and I had me. I had so many moving pieces that I was like, okay, even if I'm moving at my top speed, maybe the mortgage loan officer isn't moving at top speed. Like, it's like, just because I'm moving and I'm doing the best I can, I need to also be cognizant of the fact that I have a lawyer, I have a mortgage loan officer, I have so many moving pieces that it will take time. Like, the more moving pieces you have in any sort of financial deal, the longer it will take. So things like that take time, especially if you're not doing things like straight out of cash. If you are doing anything involved with making any sort of money moves like the ones we just mentioned, you need perseverance, and maybe you should start practicing it in like different areas of your life. But if you are making certain moves on a wallet basis, you need to be able to persevere. So that's the second P, perseverance. The third P is priority. How bad do you want it, basically? Because a lot of times people want things, but people don't want to sacrifice or want to do what it takes to get those things. So especially with for me acquiring my first property, I made it a priority. Like, a long time ago, I made it a priority that this is something that I wanted to achieve, that this is something that I will not stop. Perseverance until I get it. And I feel like it's like such a life lesson, but it's like, honestly, you care about what you will place high priority on the things that matter to you. So if you place attaining your first home as a low priority, you will treat it like a low priority, and you won't dive into it, and you won't put the time that you need to into it. Hence, I feel like priority is such a huge thing for people, because people are always like, oh, this and that, I fell off, this and that. Like, you need to make it a priority, and make it a priority for a long period of time until it actually comes to fruition. So priority is super, super important. All right, so the last P, we're almost there. Perspective, your point of view, being focused, perseverance, being able to last. Priority, how bad do you want it? The last P I want to talk about is really like your peers. So your peer group, your friends. Is there somebody in your group that's holding you accountable to these goals? This one is so important, because a lot of times we want to elevate, but then we want to stay the same place. And I truly can admit that had I not surrounded myself with the right people or got to know the right people, I would have been in this process a lot longer than I could have been. So I would have been in this process like just lingering if I didn't have strong relationships with people at the bank, people who have been through this before, real estate agents, lawyers, and stuff like that. So your peer group really plays an important factor, in my opinion, especially when you're talking about financial money moves, anything real estate. I feel like that is such a millionaire mindset, because a lot of people who are wealthy play into their network. So do that. Like, play into your network. Like, you need to have friends around you, or try to aspire to gain friends around you who have made these certain moves, who are financially set, and who are able to kind of boss up, so to speak. So I feel as though people don't talk about it, but really the friends you keep are essentially a mirror of you. So I really feel like it's important to have decent people in your corner who are financially wise. I have a lot of people in my corner. We have CPAs here, we have CFAs there, we have a lot of we have people here who I can message and ask for advice, and they give me it. And that's the type of thing that you need, especially when you're dealing with the wallet, because mistakes cost money. The less mistakes you make, the more money you save. So peers, level up. Find friends or people around you who've been through this before, who can offer you advice. Consider me one of them. So look around you. Are the people around you lifting you up to achieve these goals, or are they just slapping you down and just making you spend a bunch of money that you don't have to? Actually, we have a bonus P, and that P will be prayer. So if you're a Christian like myself, or you believe in, I guess, a higher power, prayer. So definitely that is an important factor when you're moving anything financial and stuff like that. So prayer is super important. You need, honestly, to have your faith in check and your faith intact when you're making any sort of big decisions and stuff like that. Prayer is essential. It is the sauce. If you know, you know. It's the sauce. So yeah, I feel like this is a really good starter video into the series. The next few videos we'll talk more about the financial and the real estate part of it. But before all that, I had to hit it with the basics. And I feel like if your mind isn't right, your money will never be right. And people don't say that. Everybody just feels like money comes to you and this and that. But yes, mindset really plays an important factor. And it's something that I really feel to be super, super important. Mindset and mental health. So that is it for this video. Just wanted to sit down and have a quick chat with you guys. Leave a thumbs up if you enjoy it. Thank you so much for watching. Leave a comment down below if you have any specific questions about me acquiring my first property. I would love to address those in a future video. And be sure to hit that subscribe, tell a friend, share this video, make it go all around the world. Do what you do best. But that's it for me. Thank you so much for watching. I'll see you in the next one. Bye.